Hi, music. I love music. If you love music like I do, you are going to be pleasantly surprised and satisfied with the talent here today. Rashon Murph, the keyboardist of the legendary Bootsy Collins Rubber Band, is here with his own band. Get ready. Enjoy.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hello, here I am with this talented musician. His name is Rashon Murph, and wow, I really enjoyed your beautiful music. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Hey,
Thanks for having me.
my pleasure. And
Yeah.
I tell you, you have a different style
Yeah.
from what I was expecting, and pleasantly surprised with your sound.
Yeah. Thank you.
So tell me about Rashon. Now, how did you become a very established musician as you are now?
I guess my background, like you mentioned, my sound. My background has, I kind of molded my sound. You know, from a very early age, I started messing around on the piano at the age of 3. We had a piano set up in the house, so we used to run to the piano. And my mom saw that there was a natural talent and a natural calling to it, so she started taking me through little school books, just little books, teaching me the foundations and the fundamentals of piano. So technically, she was my first teacher.
Great.
And from there, I teamed up with somebody named Raymond Wise in Columbus, Ohio. He had like a gospel school, so that really helped develop my ear. Going through the number system and going through different things that helped develop my ear and my foundation there. And then from there, I went to college and studied jazz.
Okay. Now, Ohio, so you're from
Yeah.
Ohio, so am I.
Oh,
Interesting.
shoot.
Yeah, Columbus.
Yes,
What part?
Columbus. I'm from the Linden area.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
grew
know
up
where
right
that
around the
is.
corner from Linden McKinley.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I should have known. You're talented, you came from Columbus.
There it is.
Cold climate, though.
There it is. Oh, man. Completely different than here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But so you went to Cincinnati? No, you went to University of
Cincinnati. So I went to the conservatory, the College Conservatory of Music at University of Cincinnati. So I studied jazz piano there, and that's really where I learned, a lot of the technical aspects of playing and about jazz and things like that. And then I also got into recording and production while in school. Used to utilize the studio there. So all of that stuff helped mold my sound. And then from college I went on to, do a lot of different traveling. So from there I played in Ecuador. Went to Ecuador.
Interesting,
so
because
things like that.
my son's father lives in Ecuador.
Wow, that's random.
Yes, yes, he's a chiropractor. He's also a pianist, and my son, as I was telling you,
Yeah.
he does the music for my show. He's been doing it for years, and
Okay.
he has a similar background with the classical, the
Right.
R&B, and the mellow sound. And you have a mellow sound.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Oh, very nice. Let's talk about Bootsy.
Bootsy.
Now, tell me about working with him.
Working with Bootsy has been amazing on so many different levels. So like right out of college, I got a call to play at a fundraiser that he was throwing. And then me and some of the other guys, we played at the fundraiser, and Bootsy loved our sound. And 3 days later, he was asking us to get on the road with him.
Lucky you.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was definitely a blessing, you know.
Yeah.
So we rehearsed, and then probably about 3 weeks later, we were on tour. And so we traveled all around the U.S. for that first tour. But then the longer I stayed with them, then we started touring around Europe, and we did a lot of work in Europe and China and all of that, just all around the world. So it's definitely been a blessing.
Yeah. So, what type of person is he? I mean, is he fun? Does he joke? Or I know he's
Oh
talented.
yeah.
I would assume
Yeah.
that he would be kind of, demanding, because he's probably a perfectionist. Is
Right,
that
coming
true?
from James Brown. Yeah,
Oh, he's coming from James Brown.
yeah, he's coming from the James Brown school.
Oh
He played
yeah,
with
well
James- yeah.
what that's all about.
So Bootsy,
Yes.
just like me and my background, everything helped shape and mold me and my sound. The same thing is with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he had very humble beginnings. So he still has that humility about him because of
Great.
from where he came from. So he understands the struggle. He understands what it is to make something out of nothing. That's one of his phrases, making something out of nothing.
I like
Yeah.
that. Now you've been to Cuba,
Mhm.
and like you said, you've been to Ecuador.
Yeah.
So how did the people receive your music?
When I went to Cuba, I actually went to Cuba with somebody named Von Anthony, and Von Anthony is actually John Legend's brother. So I went to Cuba with him, and when I went to Ecuador, I traveled with like a New Orleans style band, and everywhere we went, it was just amazing. The people just really received the music because it was something different and a lot of energy. So it was like something
Yeah.
you can really get into, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
New Orleans. Oh wow.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time in New Orleans. I got some good people in New Orleans too. Yeah.
Yes, I lived there for 4 years.
Oh, you've
So
been
I
everywhere.
know-
Where have you
yes.
not been? Let's start
Well,
there.
I really haven't been to Europe, but
Oh, okay.
that's on my list.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about your business
Okay.
because your business is called what?
It's called Blue Herring Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was reading your information, and you are working with the youth, and you're
Yeah.
also doing special projects for people.
Yeah.
And tell us about it.
Well, I guess we started in Cincinnati. We started in Cincinnati and Dayton. I teamed up with my production partner. I've known him for years, but we really got serious about our music maybe last year together. And so we teamed up, and we realized we really had something. So we really developed a lot in Cincinnati and in Dayton. And I'm also a board member of the Bootsy Collins Foundation.
Oh, really?
So I work with Bootsy's wife a lot. So we did a lot of things with them, a lot of their projects, School 101, the Groovement Girls. So we really developed a lot there. And then I know it was time for more. You know, you get to that point where
Right.
you're
You know
around, you're like, it's
time.
about that time to do
About
something a
that
little bit
time.
different. So
I understand.
I just felt God calling me to Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
and I picked up the phone and called my production partner like, yo, I think it's time for us to. And he's always been saying like we need to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called, and he was like, let's go. And so within 3 weeks, we were on our way to Atlanta making it happen.